The kindness of Ameena. In a bustling city where narrow alleys wound between tall buildings, there lived a young girl named Ameena. Ameena's family owned a bakery at the corner of their street. Every day, Ameena would help her mother bake and greet customers with a warm smile.
Hi, welcome to Heavenly Delight Bakery. What can I get for you today?
One day, while sweeping the front steps of their store, Ameena saw Mrs. Fatima, an old lady who lived next door. Mrs. Fatima often visited their bakery, but today she looked very tired and weak, with lines of worry on her face. That evening, after Ameena had closed the bakery and returned home with her mom, thoughts of Mrs. Fatima lingered in her mind. Ameena's heart went out to Mrs. Fatima. She remembered the teachings of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He is not a believer who eats his fill while his neighbor beside him goes hungry. Before they sat down for dinner, Ameena approached her mother with a thoughtful suggestion.
Mom, could we make some extra food today for Mrs. Fatima?
Ameena's mother smiled warmly at her daughter's compassion.
Of course, my dear.
She placed some food on plates and carried it next door to Mrs. Fatima's apartment. Mrs. Fatima was deeply touched by Ameena's kindness. With a glad heart, Ameena felt peaceful and content before starting dinner. The next morning, Ameena woke up with an idea swirling in her mind. She hurried to her mom's room to share what she had been thinking.
Mom, could we prepare a little extra food each day and give it to Mrs. Fatima? I noticed she often looks tired, and I want to help.
Of course, my dear. It's a wonderful idea.
From that day onward, before closing the store, Ameena's family set aside a portion of fresh bread, fruits, and sometimes a warm dish from their dinner. Ameena would carefully pack these into a basket and deliver it to Mrs. Fatima's doorstep with a gentle knock.
Jazakallah.
As days turned into weeks, Ameena's gesture of kindness became a daily routine.
Welcome, my dear.
Mrs. Fatima looked forward to Ameena's visits, not just for the food, but for the companionship and care that came with it. One day, as Mrs. Fatima thanked Ameena for the generous meals, tears welled up in her eyes.
Your kindness reminds me of the saying of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He taught us to care for our neighbors as we care for ourselves.
I'm glad I can help, Auntie Fatima. Our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam taught us that even a small act of kindness can make a big difference.
This story teaches us the importance of caring for our neighbors and showing compassion through small acts of kindness.
I hope you all remember this lesson and try to be kind to your neighbors every day.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more fun and educational videos. See you next time!